But also I know that this is Saturday night, as far as I remember. So it means that some people are still up, and you guys know I have been experiencing very, very unusual things. And I just want to share some more thoughts now when I'm for a moment by myself and I don't have to try to uh, hide my words to just not create an issue, because there is no point in that. And also, I just want you to know that I'm not trying to convince somebody to do something, but I'm just really under impression. And I know that a lot of you can relate to it. That's why I'm making these videos, because I know a lot of you guys, I don't know if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? I know that a lot of you guys can truly relate to my thoughts, can truly relate to this mentality of um, that craziness becoming normal, right? Absolute insane craziness becoming normal, and it's becoming and it's somehow and it's kind of becoming cool to praise crazy. Who is with me on that? Who is with me on that? It's becoming cool to praise crazy. Good evening, everybody. You can hear me well? That's awesome. Okay. I have a few minutes, unless you inspire me to stay for very long. I have a few minutes, just want to have a chat with you. I feel a lot cozier. Um, just a second. Just a second. Okay. So I feel a lot cozier talking from my room. Crazy is a new normal, but I hate this expression new normal, because this is not normal. It may be new in some ways, but this is not normal. And once again, I feel that my audience is pretty much on the same page. And sometimes you feel like you're the minority. Sometimes you feel that having intelligence is some kind of punishment, that if you don't go with this mass, hysteria about, or, acceptance of everybody, and helping out those that are suffering. There is a lot more people suffering than just the alphabet people, right? So I want to share with you guys now when I can talk what actually happened. So I won't make it too long. So yesterday I was checking into a hotel, and I was surprised. I was really taken by surprise what kind of people were standing in the line. I was like, am I missing something? These people are not your everyday people. And the thing is, once again, I'm not against hey everybody. Hey everybody, welcome everyone. So I'm not against, once again, I'm not against anybody, but wasn't quite what I was signing for. I wasn't so sure that was my cup of tea. Talking about tea, I wasn't quite sure that that would be my cup of tea, having all these um so having all these very colorful men that were actually very feminine. And you can, after a while, I start to figure out that there must be something going on. Either this is the favorite uh unconventional hotel. And I thought, okay, I'm gonna kill the friend who advised me that. At first I was mad. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give this person a call, and we are no longer friends. But then, I realized this is interesting. Could be my only one opportunity to be in this kind of environment. And in fact, there was an opportunity. They are kind of slowing down today on this stuff. Well, we were out all day, and um, I had time to. It was nice to have a break. I tell you what, it was interesting, unusual, but I'm not going to miss you. For those who just joined, I'm talking about some experiences of some unconventional men and women. Otherwise, I guess I can say this word now when we are just here. It was a major uh, gay couple event over here. It was major, major, major. It did have specifics. You have to be a particular kind. That was just, it just blew my mind. But anyway, long story short, I felt very uncomfortable. You know, at first it was just like, why this man? Because I didn't know where the hell, what the hell I'm doing while I'm checking in here. So at first I felt like, well, first of all, why these men behave like women? you you're not a woman. Why behave like this? You know, put that fan down. This is mine. What the hell? I even don't walk. You know, it's interesting because were walking, like some of them were having this sort of a catwalk, but it looked very weird in the guys. You have to understand. I grew up in Soviet Union. I didn't even hear the word gay in my entire life. Um, I don't think I've heard that entire life till I become an adult. I mean, till I maybe was 15, at least 16, maybe. I've never even heard that this exists. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. I get some emotional support over here. Thank you. Thank you, David Braxton. I appreciate you. Thanks so much for the super chat. I'll get myself some tea tomorrow. Yeah, anyway, so this is all new for me. You know, I've seen certain people. I wouldn't say that this is something I used to be around, but that's pretty uncomfortable. I'm telling you, this is pretty uncomfortable. It's pretty different, but it was interesting because their attitude was that they were it. They were it. You know, and nobody else allowed at the party. They had a pool reserved just for them. If you do not belong to them, you cannot enter. You cannot enter if you do not belong to this particular group. I will only say that this, maybe some of you know, but this was also event. You also need to be ridiculously overweight. So okay, I'm gonna say this how it is. You have to be a particular race, and you have to be ridiculous. Like you have to be really fat, basically, really huge. Then you can be part of it. So guys, tell me I'm not dreaming, you know, or tell me I'm dreaming. Can somebody tell me I'm dreaming? Some of you may have heard of this. So it was unusual. Okay, so the interesting part about all of this was that when more and more and more people, yeah, guys, you know, I have PTSD, so thank you so much for your support. I literally have you know, PTSD, but I will leave, I promise you. I've seen weird things in my life. Have you, okay, I'm gonna ask you guys, have you ever been in any events like that? This was not it was not a gay parade. I guess I can say what it is. So if to word it correctly, this was a big black gay event. So I mean, it couldn't be more exotic. I mean, I'm telling you, this is how they called themselves. They had this shorts that's like Big Boy Pride or something, or Big Black Boy Pride. I mean, if I tell you I've never seen anything like this, I'm telling you, I've never seen anything like this. No, if you have ever seen. But I just want to say, you know, let's move on from who is doing what. You know, they didn't really bother anybody, but they were really very, this was not interracial, okay? You were not allowed to go a certain part of the territory. It was only for them. And they truly be, I'm forever traumatized. And they truly behave that this belongs to them. Some of them were not, you know, were not, you know, really too obnoxious, but some of them were really walking like, I can't really walk over here, but you know, walking like they had all the stuff, you know. I mean, and you have to be, you can't be fit, you can't be physically fit. So that's one of the things, you have to be huge. So that was insane. I mean, that was really unusual. Long story short, the interesting thing was, so I was out there with my friend, you know, we were talking about things, we were talking about this whole new the cancel culture. We were just talking about how masculine and feminine are starting to be off balance. And as we're talking about masculine and feminine being off balance and things like this, these people starting to merge and go back and forth, and really, it, let me just tell you, it wasn't very. I need some tea. It was not terribly aesthetically pleasing, although I have to say these people did not lack creativity. One thing I can't really show you guys. One thing I gotta give to these guys is that they were not lacking creativity. Man, they were creative. They were having different outfits. They were having all kinds of unbelievable things that you cannot even put into your head. Танюша, привет. I'm talking about my excitement from yesterday. And it was, I mean, I thought maybe there is a wedding or something like that, because they were decked out. All right, they were decked out. Anyway, so that was just, guys, I couldn't really film because I didn't want to. It was it was getting dark. There was party and music. I also feel like it would be a little bit too much. I'm not gonna chase. I mean, I did film a little bit, but I didn't want to. I want to enjoy my evening. I want to have my drink. I want to talk to my friend. That's the point of this trip, to enjoy. So anyway, but there were different things, popping into our minds as we were talking, as the situation was unfolding. It was quite, I mean, I really, honestly, there is no words to describe it. Maybe some of you, let me see if some of you have been in places like that. Yeah, John says, never seen such a thing. Yeah, I also live in Michigan, and you know what? I wanted to have some big city life. I'm getting it. First of all, it's booming out here. I'm not gonna tell exactly what town I am, guys, because you have to understand, like, some people don't have any respect to my privacy. They just taking it the wrong way. But where I'm right now, it's like, it was amazing. Today we went for different events, and there were so many people. It was busy, busy, busy. So it's a very booming happening place. It's an interesting contrast, but I felt like, um I'm good to have some peace. I'm gonna be okay to come back at some point, because it's almost overwhelming, having conscious when everything almost like die out and become real quiet. And then here it's like everything is on fire, everything is moving. It's kind of interesting. It reminds me of the city I was born. Anyway, long story short, we were just observing and taking this back. All right, and I'm gonna share with you my thoughts, and I want to hear thoughts from you. This is a live stream, so if you're watching and recording, don't mind. It's a live stream. It's not something prescribed and prescripted or scripted. We're just having fun. Oh, thank you for the super chat. I accidentally, oi, it disappeared. I'm sorry. I accidentally walked into a gay parade in San Francisco. How can you accidentally walk into a gay parade? Okay. And felt very uncomfortable. I told we gotta go. Yeah, that's pretty, I mean, I hear you on that one. I don't know if that would be my cup of tea to be at a gay parade, but this is, again, this wasn't particularly, it was a celebration. I think there was some anniversary of something. Anyway, let's talk about this. Having so many people, basically, they were probably taking about 80 to 90% of a common space. And sitting there talking with my friends, with my friend in particular, how things have been changing and what's they trying to, what things seem to be trendy, really took us back. And as we were trying to talk, more people were walking in front of us, and it was hard to not, like, it was hard to not drop our jaw at the stuff that's was going on. And as I shared with you guys earlier, I was thinking about this. What if this would become the new reality? What if women are so going to be so obsessed with getting more and more masculine, controlling things more and more, trying to um really do so much propaganda against men. And as I mentioned in my previous video, um it seems like in education we mostly have women who are feminist, women who my experience was interacting with people who work at the education and observing, at least where I'm at, a lot of people, a lot of women are truly becoming uh, they're openly gay, they openly is a feminist or gay. So my concern is that every system is strive to a balance. It's we have something like a common like one thing that, let's say, it's a system, so it's unite both sides, right? It's a common number, it's a total of something, and every system strives to the balance. So when this goes higher, this go lower, when this go lower, this goes higher. So when women are becoming more and more masculine, men are becoming more and more feminine, and we can see that. And I was also talking today with the other friend of mine, and he said, well, maybe things were like that, but they were just not open. But tell me, please, somebody here, do you think that in 1920s or 1950s we had this hidden gay people? Do you think that they were hiding somewhere? There was as many as right now. I tell you, there is no way in the world that in 1920s, 1930s, 1940s, there were just as many gay people as right now. Okay? So I think there is something about the environment. I feel that there is something about that we do not get enough of male leadership in education. Do you guys agree with me? I think that we need more men in education. We need to, it should be funded better so men could actually provide for their family while they're being a teacher. I'm gonna say this again. Men should be able to provide for their family if they're a talented teacher, if they're a masculine leader, if they are um really that's their true calling and they're good at their job. They should be able to make a better living so they can provide for their family, because some teachers do all the work and they get very little, right? So I have a question. Please write, everybody in the chat. Do you think that in 1920s, 1930s, there were just as many gay people, but they were hiding behind the scenes? And then I'll ask you another question. And thank you so much for the super chat, Lance. Thanks for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Of course I'm enjoying my time. That's a point. You guys know I'm enjoying my time. I was taken back a little bit. I won't lie. I was like, oh wow, I guess I won't have to worry about my safety here. That's the first time in my life that I'm somewhere and like crazy things. But not crazy things, but you know, you know what I mean, guys, that nobody's hitting, usually when you're on vacation, whether you're with somebody or not, doesn't matter. You usually always get you always feel that you're feels a contrast, here God knows what the hell it is. So anyway, I have another question to you. Since this party was only for overweight, like grossly overweight people, I have another question to you guys. um how many 300 pound people of all races uh have been around in 1920s, 1930s, 1940s, 1950s, 1960s, as they were hiding also? How many people who were completely out of shape in hundreds and hundreds of pounds were did exist back some decades ago? I have a question. I have an answer for you. None. Because people were working hard. Things you had to look for. You have to look for the food. You have to do your thing. There was not. Nobody was grossly overweight like this. This is the society, the laziness, the acceptance of bullshit. Yes, nobody was overweight back then. Don't matter your gender, don't matter your race, don't matter your nationality. People were in much better shape. So I really think that a lot of this what's going on is reflecting the certain sickening trends in our society. And as women get, more feminist and more in control and hungry for more and more power, I feel that there is certain feminization of men is going on. So the question of the topic of this video is, are we going to be living in the future with masculine women and feminine men? Are we going to be living in the future with masculine women and feminine men? Could somebody tell me? Is this like, yeah, I mean, I feel like laziness is really incredible. We will end up in a society with the feminine men. Not saying that everybody gonna be gay, okay? I'm not saying this, but we may end up in a society, with feminine men and masculine women. So, my dear friends, what do you think about this? Let me read some of your comments. I do understand that there were gay people back in time. My question was, do you think the amount of people of untraditional orientation was the same as it's now? I'm gonna say this again. Do you think that the amount, the proportions of gay people or untraditional, unconventional, people back decades ago was anywhere similar to the... Sorry guys, I got a phone call. I got a phone call and I didn't nobody expect me to have a live show so late. So yeah. Okay, let me read some of your comments. Okay, I don't want this to be a monologue, so let me read some comments. Okay, maybe I can, let's see if I can sit down actually. See if I can sit down. Okay, not gonna show you too much. It's not that kind of party. Thank you guys for the kind words. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm gonna sit down because we were walking all day and having all kinds of adventures today. Yeah, they did stay in the closet, but if that would be the truth, if that would be the same amount, if you're trying to tell me that there is the men were not feminine, yes, there were probably situations where some men were born, I think only the men that were actually born this way were this way and they had to be in the closet, yes. But I think a lot of this is, we talked about this today earlier, that a lot of this is early sexual abuse and all kinds of things that, fashion, it's supposed to be it's supposed to be fashionable, it's supposed to be cool. We're supposed to have, respect to it. I feel like it's almost encouraging right now for young men to feel that it's a great idea to try and see, check your sexuality. It's I think we all know that men were thriving, the roles were pretty much pre-decided, in men were thriving doing men's things and women were thriving doing women things. Yes, there were artists, you know, there were different people that were unusual and non-traditional, but let me tell you, I wasn't like this. People were not confused about, you know, their role. They were not confused about, you know, what they're doing and things like that. So, let me read some of your comments, okay? Let me read some of your comments. Yeah, I also think, yeah, it's how you brought up, yes. Yeah, you know, once again, I don't think that anybody should be hurt or prosecuted for what they're doing, but the problem is that it's kind of, it's not a kind of, it's a, I feel like this fashion, you know, on you know, on trying things, I feel like it can hurt a lot of young people, because young people are very impressionable, and you know, if somebody tells you, hey, you know, you want to try this, you know, you don't know what sexuality or gender you are because you haven't tried these things. I feel that this is really dangerous because kids are developing, you know, kids are trying different things. You know, when I was about 9 or 10 years old, you know, I had an older brother. I didn't want to be a girl. Who wants to be a girl? It wasn't cool. You know, I was looking up to my brother and I thought it was really cool to, you know, playing in the mud, you know, doing your, you know, doing your thing. And I started to talk like a boy. And I told my parents that, you know, I want to be a boy from now. I mean, did I even know what sexuality is? You know, was I really gonna change my gender? And now, if the child says something, you know, they think, oh, you know, we need to change the child gender because they don't feel. Yes, it was just my brother. He was 6 years older. I was looking up to him. I was looking up to him because if I would have a sister, I would look up to her. And I just saw that he was so much cooler than me, and I wanted to be cool like him. That has nothing to do, you know, my parents were a bit concerned, but, you know, it wasn't really, they were just, you know, wondering, you know, why I feel this way. But, you know, months or two and I stopped doing this. People looked at me funny when I start talking like a boy. All I was doing is copying. Do you guys understand? I was not meant to be, you know, I was not I was not meant to ever join the alpha, you know, these unconventional things. But it was just, it was, I don't know, months or two when I forgot about it. It was just, you know, kids going through different periods. Sometimes you want to dress like a superhero. Sometimes boys and girls are playing and they're trying to play different things. It's just a child. You can't really rely or take it seriously from somebody who eats mud. I mean, literally. I don't know about you all. We ate mud. You know, that was like we were cooking outside, and this was our, you know, our thing. So, you know, so this is not like, oh, you know, guys, I have to tell you something. You know, I wanted to change my gender. No, I was not. I had no idea what I was saying, and you know, looking at this now, I do understand it was just simply, you know, imitation. But in this mentality, think about this. If I would be born to a weird, you know, ultra-liberal family, they would think, oh my God, I think our daughter is going to be unconventional. We need to do something. We need to give her some hormones. We need to do something because I think she's different. Or, you know, maybe she's just a child and she's playing, you know, like we play different characters. You get inspired by somebody. That's it. So, you know, they try now to say that you cannot decide, you know, what gender you are. They're gonna define it on how you feel. No, kids doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Okay, so but if they trying things and they get in a bad influence, you know, if they get sexually abused, if they get sexually abused or misguided, they may think, oh, you know, there is something wrong with me, but there was nothing wrong with me. You know, nothing wrong with me at all. So such as there is nothing wrong with most children. There's nothing wrong with most children, I can tell you that. So anyway, I'm still trying. I just have so much to say about this, but let me read some of your comments. Okay. Good night, Lance. Thanks for the super chat and have a good night. Uh, um, I'm not gonna read all that I see because it would be too hard. Oh, thanks so much for the super chat. Veronica, you're onto something, yeah, and I believe it's a trend, hopefully short-lived. I don't know if it's a short-lived trend. I think that everybody's trying to be something that they're not, and trying to achieve something that's really non-achievable. People try to do all these things that are not really good, not really, does not really make any sense. But I feel like it's becoming this thing that, you know, you're not woke enough, you don't understand. I don't know, guys. I don't know what the hell is going on. But anyway, thank you everybody for the kind words. People, you know, I think that most people, I mean, I'm not a scientist, guys, don't take me, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a you know, anthropologist, but I think that there is a tiny percentage of people that are actually born this way. I mean, I don't know, but that's my opinion, because I've seen some people, you know, very very little children, you know, that were acting differently. But this is, it's a, such a small tiny percent. Most little boys becoming untraditional orientation because they were usually, you know, sexually abused and this has messed them up. So that's and also they watching TV, and this is encouraging, and try this and try that, and I just, anyway, let's get off this particular side of it. Let me read some comments. I just wanna talk about, like, will we really have now this society with feminized men, not necessarily gay men, but I'm just saying feminine men that don't know how to anymore do what they do in the best. And we will have women that no longer want to do anything with traditional femininity, and becoming the boss, becoming the man, becoming you know, controlling. Is this where this is all going? So I want to hear from you. Thank you, Mike Johns. Thank you for your insight. Have a great night. Thank you. Oh, thank you guys for the compliments. I appreciate that. Let's see. Oh my God, it is so late, man. I can tell you guys, it's so unusual to be in a happening place. You know, after this whole, you know, situation and shutdown, it's just, you know, there are some places when, you know, life is on fire over here. So, it was a very long day, but it's a very fun day. Yeah, Jake is saying, I agree, the majority is just learned behavior and chemical bombardment. Yes. I don't know about Chinese women. Are they still traditional? I think they are. But I'm not really an expert on Asia, I'll be honest with you. So if you talk about Slavic culture, women still overall want masculine men, even if they are becoming more independent. They still want to have a masculine man. And they act, you know, the thing I think kind of attractive about Slavic women is that you know, even when they are successful, I mean, they do not want to be how to say this, even if they need to use their masculine outside of the home, even if they're very successful professionally, even if they're very ambitious, they don't want to be the leader of the home. So it's almost like they have a hat on. When they come home, they take this hat off and they put a feminine, hat with frills on, because they do not want to be the leader, the boss at home. They would be very frustrated if the man would be um under their under their shoe. We have this expression "под каблуком." If they don't want the man to be submissive and to be under their heel, they want to be able to relax, forget about all responsibility, live it outside of the house, and come home and relax and let their man lead. This is, I know about Slavic women. I don't really know honestly about the Asian. I believe the Asian, they sound very traditional. I think overall they're very traditional, and please correct me if you have some more experience than I am, because once again, I'm not necessarily not necessarily an expert on Asian people, but so far I know they're probably even more traditional and more quiet and more submissive than Slavic women. And to have a woman who is submissive, um you have to be, this is another topic, but if you want to have a submissive wife, you have to be somebody who she can submit to. Because if you cannot offer anything, if you're not uh having a leader role position naturally, um if you don't have your own stuff together, how in the world she can submit to you? You can only submit to somebody who is who knows what they are doing, right? A role reversal could be a Western phenomenon. Yeah. Hey, Ivy, could be. I don't know. um, Masculinity still rules. Uh, yeah, man. Consequences. That's another thing. Consequences of homosexuality uh is really incredibly, I wonder, this is another topic. I wonder if people realize how much consequence these things will have in the future. I mean today, guys, let me tell you this. I was trying to we were going, I have some plans today. So when I was leaving the room this morning, I was about to leave the room, and I heard a guy just having a meltdown. I'm telling you guys, this is not gonna go uneventful over here. So the guy that just then the room just in front of mine, um the opposite, just right there, the guy is having, he was also part of unconventional meeting. He was huge. He must have been like 6'4". He was humongous, and he was big there and big here. He was huge. I just could see in that thing. He kind of took all the space between our rooms. He was crying. He had a meltdown. He was crying. He was like knocking on the room. He was crying, saying some names, and he was miserable. I actually felt bad. The way he was showing his emotions was actually very, very feminine, so well, obviously he's gay, but it was so weird for me to see. The only time I see men cry um in my upbringing, in Slavic upbringing, and when somebody's died, when somebody got hurt, somebody you love got hurt, somebody died, there is a war, something else, right? That's it. That's when you see men cry in Russia, Ukraine, or other Slavic countries. Here, I see a whole grown man, that decided to become a woman, crying, knocking on the door. And I don't know reason for his tears, but here is the my observation. There are huge consequences of choosing untraditional, unconventional, you know, relationships like that, because the commitment is you know, the commitment levels are very, very low. There is a lot of cheating, a lot of disease, a lot of issues, emotional issues. Um, you know, so let's say if it's a much better percentage and chance for somebody to be happy in a in a in heterosexual relationships, because at some point you meet somebody, you can settle down, you know, at some point there is something, you know, there is some kind of structure to this, there is a vision for this. In terms of, you know, gay relationships, it's usually a mess, you know, usually there is high level of AIDS, of different disease, and it's a lot of heartbreak because these people have hard time to commit. So basically, if your child, you know, you should never reject your child, you should support your child. If so happen that your child is gay, you realize that for sure, have no doubt that this child will suffer a lot, that this child will suffer a lot, probably their entire life. You know, they will live a life of struggle, a life of pain, and it's terrifying. Yeah, I do believe that we were designed for heterosexuality. That's for sure. I mean, I think it's most incredible, one of the most incredible things we were designed for. I mean, this is you know, we were designed for this divine union, for divine connection. You know, we align. You know, we put everything goes where it's supposed to go. You know, everything connects where it's supposed to connect. You know, like when you open the details of something, everything made particular way that it connects, right? We got the matching parts, and you know, there is nothing like that. I think that nobody would argue that there is nothing like that. There is nothing better than that, and it's not supposed to be, it's not supposed to be, right? So wait, yeah, therefore you may or may not you know, you you know, therefore you may or may not argue that of course that was a purpose. You know, whether you believe in God, whether you believe in science, that is the purpose, because from both physical, emotional, and spiritual, that makes sense. So, but anyway, um would we ever, Jake, I do not want to know. You know, when I imagine these things, I'm like, okay, stop, stop, this is bad. You know, to me it's really, really scary. I mean, honestly, to me these things are scary. um and the consequences of this are extremely tragic and dramatic. I do have compassion for people who are becoming victim of this agenda, propaganda, and also um for those young children, young men that were abused sexually and then their sexuality developed in perverted way. It's very, very sad. So, but let's you know, let's talk about what do you guys think. You know, we may see in future at some point. um let's walk away a little bit from homosexuality and talk about heterosexuality. Even in heterosexual world right now, you know, there is a shift. Men afraid to show their, you know, chivalry. Men afraid to show their you know, their masculinity, their leadership, and things like that. Once again, being surrounded by homosexual people last night, by a big amount of them, give me a perspective, because I've never felt, I've always, even in living in these times, I've always felt that I always feel protected. I always know that when I'm around men, they got my back. I don't need to worry about, you know, heavy, you know, carrying heavy luggage. I don't need to worry if my car part broke down. I don't need to worry if I need any other help, you know, whether that's the man I know, whether that's the man I see for the first time. But it's just this this just dynamic, the normal natural desire to help and protect, you know. There is nothing so unusual in it, right? This is absolutely normal. But it's becoming a little bit different, and I think that unfortunately the feministic women who raise this generation of men who are, let's say, you know, in their early 20s, I would say 20s to like late teens, through 20s to 30 years old, I feel like these men overall are becoming, you know, less masculine. You know, they don't know that you don't need to necessarily ask if you need that somebody needs help, you can just help. um I feel that women who became super masculine really shoot themselves in the foot, right? And they raise their son being very feminine and not being able to help out, support, um, you know, have that natural confidence, you know? Anyway, guys, this is just my thoughts. I'm just like in awe of things that I experienced. And let me tell you, for all the men who are here on the chat, life would be horrible without you. I'm just gonna say this once again. I don't care. And the thing is, it's not about women having a man. Yes, every woman is have a lot more help and support when she has somebody to help and support her. But even if she has somebody, but all the other men become feminine, that's a problem. If all the other men would become feminine, that's a problem, because you know, you can be far away from the home and your car breaks down, you know, you can be out and about and somebody attacks you, and and you know, the other guy will be passing by and he would not move to help you. You know, I cannot tell you how many times you know, men that I don't even know saved my life. I had a few situations when men I didn't even know saved my life. So it is definitely a scary thing to think about, that natural protection will disappear. Yes, masculinity is essential to society, right? Definitely essential to. Thanks, Ivy. Thank you. You're sweet. Woman wants a man to take concerns away. Yes, Jeanette. Hello, my dear friend, Jeanette. Yes, we do. We, you know, we feel we need sense of security and being calm. When we are calm, we can relax, and then you can take our worry away. We can relax, and beautiful things will happen, right? You know, if we take the nature of sexuality, men would, so if you take the nature of sexuality, the woman to enjoy her sexual experience, she needs to be relaxed. If she is stressed out, she will never, I don't care what she tells you, she will never enjoy anything sexual. If she's not relaxed, if she's worried if she can trust you, if she's worried if she is safe, if she's worried that, you know, you are who you said you are, when she is in that process, she can only enjoy herself when she's fully relaxed and she has no worries. If she has to worry about her house being paid, you know, her car being broken down, she's not gonna enjoy that sex. She may lie to you that she does, but she's not gonna enjoy it, because her thoughts are not with you. Her thoughts, Jeanette says, absolutely, her thoughts are somewhere else. She is, if she has concerns about you, or she has concerns about her life and the issues and problems she has, she will never be relaxed with you, right? So let's look at the man on the other hand. For man to perform and have a great sexual experience, what he needs to do, he needs to do the work, he needs to be strong, you know, because if he would be soft, that would be soft in all, if he would be, let's just say, if he would not be strong, if he would not have that happening, that would not be fun. Okay, so man needs to do the work, he needs to perform to make things happen joyfully for both. But if he cannot do that, um it wouldn't be satisfying for both of them, right? I'm just telling you guys, you know, let's not to, you know, life, this is just like a normal life situation, right? This is just a no, but this is the reality, this is the truth. If a man is not strong and hard, it's over. There's not gonna be, it's not gonna be fun, it's gonna be disappointing. And this is, but you see, nature made it this way, that man needs to work hard. Man needs to work hard to bring pleasure to a woman. The only thing the woman needs to do is to be able to relax and receive. But women are trying to do work for the man. And then affect his strengths and his, you know, in his security and his confidence. You gotta be hard. You know, I was talking to my, you know, guys, I talk about weird things with my friends. I have a lot of men friends, I mean, not a lot, but I do have some men friends, and we were talking about this with him, and we were talking about the nature of sexuality. You know, true connection between man and woman is a mix of passion, kind of like almost animalistic passion, and like you know, different combinations of passion, and almost wild, you know, you all know, you know, we are all grown here, you know, almost wild, almost animal instincts and passion. And that also has a contrast with tenderness and care and gentle. This is the difference between, you know, just you know, being an animal, being a human. Even though I think animals have that too, you know, we need that. For the woman, true joy comes from the polarity from the man, that can be hard and strong emotionally and sexually, and he can be also you know, gentle and tender. When you put these two components together, because we are not just animals, we need passion, it's a normal situation. But when the passion comes with tenderness and gentle, and I don't know, gentleness, that's becoming that's an incredible combination. Because if it's only wild and animal like, at some point it's over and you're done forever, because you run out of this, and it's becoming too it's becoming, it's like, it's kind of heartless, you know, it's just not exactly we human need more than that. And if it's just gentle and sweet, if it's just only gentle, it's never wild and passionate, it's soft and weak. I hate to say this, but we love to feel some certain strength from man, because that makes us feel good. We need the combination of power, you know, toughness, strength, and gentleness. Tenderness. Guys, forgive me, it's like midnight, past midnight, and I have been very busy today, exploring, you know, exploring things. But I just wanted to come out, and it's so nice to talk in my room. I don't know if I'll be able to do any you know, very many live shows, because after experience this crazy city life, we want to go someplace quiet and enjoy something else. So I may or may not be able to come up. I want to take some time off, but when I can. So today I just wanted, because I told you guys, so I will do that. So yeah, so you know, guys, that's all you need to do about the women's sexuality. This is something that women shy to tell you, but they like the strong, let's just say, like the strong part, the passionate part. They like it, and you have to feel your woman, you know, but she can give you hints. You're not gonna hurt her. she was built for that, you know. But you have to feel that she's ready for that part, you know. You can't just, you know, go wild to an unprepared emotionally and physically woman. But if you combine that with the tenderness and different gentle things, this is where you get her hooked, because that's what most women want. But when the man becoming feminine, it's everything is off balance. You know, when women becoming masculine and controlling and men becoming submissive and scared and afraid, they need to ask for everything. It just becoming so off balance. It's almost like we are switching roles. I mean, how that could be fun? Javier is saying exactly. Yeah, I mean, when did that become fun? When? Oh, David, thank you. David is saying, Veronica, you're saying so much truth. Yeah, I was thinking to do some, you know, some videos, some more videos on sexuality, because a lot of men are so confused and they are trying to, you know, be a good man, but you have to understand there is some things. I will speak on behalf of Slavic women. We don't like weak, okay? We don't like weak. We want to, when we are ready for something, we are ready for it. So you better be ready. I'm just saying. But after the wild and passionate part, we need some tenderness. We need that. We need it very much. We need adoration. Um, we need all of that, you know? And the combination of this is beautiful. So guys, what do you think? I have a question for you in the end. What do you think? Will we have in the nearest future, in the near future and further, will the tendency continue for women to be more and more masculine and for men to be more and more feminine? And what we can do about it? You know, if you watch this video in oops, in recording, what do you think what we could do about it? I know what I'm gonna do about it, but I'm not gonna tell you. Not yet, at least. I will tell you at some point, but not right now. John is saying, not in my house, Veronica. Jake is saying, will continue to get further out of balance. Run for local school board. Hell no. Jim, thank you, but I have different plans for my life. I can do my videos, I can talk to people, I can inspire people, but I will never work for any government. Do you really feel I can fit in a government establishment? Do you realize how much I piss people off? Do you realize that I don't listen, I am here. I took my son out of school just because I felt like this. I mean, he's studying, he's gonna be doing his online stuff. I am not the kind of person that can be manipulated or controlled. And this is what education system is becoming. So I do love people and children. You know, maybe I will create some workshops or something like that. But I feel that um, you know, parents truly should realize how important that they teach their children better. You know, children needs to have better schooling. Okay, guys, the thing is falling apart. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want it to fall again. Okay. 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 If this gonna be a great big fall, please forgive me. You know, I don't do this on purpose, because I feel like if it's on a different angle, it's about to fall. So, anyway. Yeah, but guys, I want to live my life the way I want to live. I don't want to deal with the rules of somebody else. I will follow my guidance, but my purpose right now is to enjoy my own life. When I can share my thoughts, when I can connect with people, I do it things may evolve and grow bigger, but my goal right now is to enjoy my own life. I don't want to be, I don't want, do you even realize if I say these things in some kind of school, do you even realize how liberal public schools are? Do you even realize what kind of trouble I will get if I will, you know, I don't need that, especially for that kind of money, but for any money, because the things that I do from the heart. So they can't afford me anyway. For that kind of abuse, do you even realize um what kind of abuse that is? How they will abuse you if you're conservative, if you believe in gender roles, if you believe in respect, if you believe you would be yes, exactly. I don't need this drama. I would be arrested for hate crimes. Yeah, if I would say things about things, Ivy. Yes, Jeanette says yes, I worked with them. Tell us about that, Jeanette. If I would um I mean, yes, I would be a hater, if they would hear me the way, I speak out on gay people. And, once again, I don't want nobody to be hurt. But there is a lot of sexual abuse going on in that community. So imagine I would be already uh, how to say this? I would be already the person they would put me as that I'm hating on people, even though that's not what it is. I'm concerned about this. I'm concerned about seeing grown ass man walking like, like yeah, I'm hella concerned about it. I don't want that to be around my son. Once again, I wish them no harm. I hope they find themselves in it. I hope that they do not hurt nobody and do not live the life of suffering. But I don't need no no people like this, walking around my son and other boys, of his age, and put their I don't need none of this bullshit. I'm sorry. I don't need none of this. So you guys perfectly understand that I don't fit into this situation, you know? Um the only things that I could do, I would love to do more inspiring content. So people who are looking for those who feel the same will feel inspired to keep stand of what they believe in. That's the only thing I could do. I look the way, mothers raise their daughters, and how daughters are not taught by example to be feminine. They talk like boys. I talk like a boy for a month or two because I wanted to be like my brother. But I feel that in many ways, women do not teach their daughters to be feminine. You don't really teach your daughter to be feminine. You just show her an example. You just show her an example, the way you talk, the way you do things, the way you treat people. And another thing is another thing about being feminine. All feminine women have masculine features, when I'm with somebody, when somebody is taking care of me, like, today somebody was driving me. I cannot drive here. This is crazy. I mean, I could if I would have to, but if I don't need to drive myself, if I have somebody who feels great to, to take us around and to take care of the stress and traffic, then I can enjoy my time off. If I need to, I'm not gonna fight for the power with the masculine man, because I'm enjoying my ride, literally. But if I would be on my own and I would have to ride today the car in the traffic, I'm so not useful to crazy traffic and all the stuff that's going on. I would be in my masculine and I would get to my destination. I would be stressed out because I'm not sure how this all works. I forgot what it is. I would be stressed out, but I would get to my destination and I would switch my gear from, you know, being feminine and receptive and enjoying myself and not having worries to I would be driving and thinking, okay, where the hell I'm going? Oh, I missed my exit. Oh crap. You know, it's like, oh, look at all these cars. They going everywhere at the same time. So, but I would adjust and I would use my masculine. So, you know, women cannot just be, just to say the truth, you know, women cannot just be these flowers, oh, you know, butterflies and puppies. No, we have to, you know, a lot of us has, you know, have education, have businesses, have children, have, you know, careers, jobs, things to take care of. When we are on our own, we take care of things and we make sure that we getting things done. When we have somebody helping us, we are not trying to compete with them. We're not trying to take this from them. That's the thing. You know, the example was the lioness. You know, the lioness does not how to say this. The lioness can protect herself and she can attack, right? But when the lion is there, she lets that go and let him handle the business. And that's how feminine, healthy feminine women are. When the lion is there, she's like, she's not trying to compete and tell him, oh, I can do this better. She's like, oh, great, you here? You are here already? Great. You know, I don't need to worry about this. Yeah, you know, Jeanette, maybe sometime, like right now, right now I'm helping, I still do, you know, my consulting and things like that. But, you know, maybe one day when that will come to me naturally, it's possible. Oh, thank you. Thank you, John. You have always showed me the value of my masculinity. Thank you, Veronica. Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that. Veronica could be a good role model for girls. Well, you know, my role is I just show up. I try to do things with my example. And, you know, my example is not always perfect, but I always try to find something inspiring. I do it every day with the people that I meet. But God knows, maybe some more divine purposes will come into my life. I absolutely love little girls and I want them to prosper and embrace their talents and embrace their and embrace themselves and love themselves, you know, not in this narcissistic way, like I'm a queen, you know, let's put 2,000 pictures on Instagram. No, but have this deep appreciation of the divinity of, and that they're enough and that they're nurturers, you know. True feminist, why do you say this? Feminist is usually maybe you were trying to say that I'm truly feminine, because feminist is quite the opposite. Feminist is the one that denies the feminine nature. Jake says, yeah, I'm a true feminist. Guys, I'm switching off. Guys, I'm switching off, you all. Jake, you're in trouble. A lot of people actually mix feminist and feminine, but it doesn't matter, guys. It's not. This is not about me. It's about what's going on in the society. I don't know. I just, you know, this I'm things that I believe in. They are completely different to what you know, feminist teaching. You know, they are completely opposite. You know, women trying to compete with men, doing manly things in men's manner. You know, I had a period in my life for a couple of years when I needed to work really hard and take care of things. And I have been mostly in the, back then, in a masculine role. And I had fun in a way because I'm a very ambitious person. I have a lot of fun achieving goals. But at some point, I felt very unsatisfied. I felt that I feel so much testosterone in me. I feel so much ambition. I feel more of a masculine, so much masculine energy in me that I felt if I keep doing like this, I will have problems in my personal life. And I don't want to have it. I don't want um, that to become reality, you know, because they, all these coaches, all these people, they teach women and men the same. Our power is completely different than men's power. Things that we can do, y'all not capable to do no matter how you try. So when we step into our real power through our femininity, we are not exhausted, depleted. We are not getting premature aging. We are not putting 500 pounds on ourselves. We are not unhappy. When we achieving things through our feminine abilities, it's more of a natural flow of energy. It's more of a natural, intuitive process. And I was getting coaching from somebody when I was doing my you know, entrepreneurship, because I just really wanted to. It was very ambition. I was getting coaching from very many men, uh, from very, very masculine resources. And at some point, I kind of stopped losing interest in men. And I love men, don't get me wrong, my entire life. But I started to lose interest. It was maybe only, you know, a year or two. And I just start, basically your chemistry changes when you have to take responsibility all the time, when you have to take decisions all the time, when you have to control things and try to make things happen all the time. You really switching into the masculine way doing of things. And so that was not a happy time, you know. I mean, it was an exciting time, but I was thinking, no, 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 no. I don't want to be the boss at home. No, I'm good now, John. No, no tears. I'm doing well. Really, really heartbroken tragedies in life. So anyway, I think the thing that we could do is to stop blindly follow things that they trying to inspire us to do. We have to go with our hearts. You know, we have to do things that comes to us naturally, you know. I said today I listened to part of my own video. I wanted to see the quality of it, and part of my video was what did I say? It was a part in my video when I said, I don't believe that men in pink underwear would really protect us with their risking their life, right? I don't really think, you know, all this, you know, men in the pink underwear will put their life on the line to protect us. I don't think so. So we gotta do what we gotta do to keep our dynamic healthy. We can't change everyone. We can't force somebody to be something. We can't you know, bully people who are untraditional. It's not going to help. But what we could do is create a healthy dynamic in our own surrounding, in our own you know, interpersonal, I mean like in our own relationships, and make them better. Because a lot of you guys don't even realize that sometimes you act feminine. You think you know, you think that with a question, when you ask lady a question, well, can I help you with something, or please let me know if I can help you with something, do you realize that it's really feminine? Because there are very few women that actually will say, yeah, you know, you can, your way to your way to be masculine is taking those decisions and taking risks, you know. I make a big difference. I see big difference between men who offer help and men who provide help. I'm gonna say this again. I see major difference between men who offer some help, maybe if you need, let me know, all this BS, and men who provide help. Men who know what needs to be done, and if they care about that woman, they make things happen. They don't put conditions. They don't ask, oh, can I help you with this? They just do it. The difference is the first man is feminine because he doesn't take his own decision. He doesn't take an initiative. He doesn't see a difficult situation as an opportunity. And the other one is masculine. He does what his instincts tell him to do. He takes care of things. He doesn't ask, oh, can I help you? Do you need help? When he sees a problem, he get it done. You know, my dad was like that. When he saw the problem, he didn't ask me questions. He would just go and get it done. My dad was extremely masculine when it comes to that. So he kind of taught me the standard for the man. So it was very difficult for me to find the equivalent, right? It's not easy to find the equivalent for that. So everything is risk. You have to understand that when you do something for a woman, if you have strings attached, you're going to be disappointment. Because laughing in the pink underwear, I mean, I seriously, I don't see men in the pink underwear risking life for a woman. Maybe I'm wrong. I do not see that. I need to quote that men in pink underwear will not save your life. Probably will not, right? God, this is such a weird I don't know, guys. Yeah, action, you know, men take action. And women observe the way you take action, you know. Once again, for us Slavic women, we don't really care so much what you say. It is sweet and all, but we don't know how you're in action. And if you know, when you want to do something, do it, okay? And the thing is, that's your chance. Your chance does not guarantee your result, you know. You gotta take risks in life and chances, right? I'm sorry, guys. Somebody's trying to get through to me and cannot. I told you, don't call me late. I'm on vacation. I go to bed whenever I want to. But we are going to be wrapping this up, guys. I really... Oh, thank you so much for the Cash App. Just a second. George. Thank you, George. Thank you so much for the Cash App. I appreciate that. He says, I appreciate you taking your time on vacation to connect with us. Thank you so much. I appreciate that nice Cash App. Thank you. I did not expect it. Thank you. And thank you everyone who had supported me on this live show. Do you guys have any last minute thoughts? Let me read some. Women have irrational power. Ooh. Yep, and it's not the power that you know, liberals teach them. That's not that power. We have unlimited power when we tap into our femininity. We have unlimited power. But in modern society, they do everything that we forget our femininity, that we deny our femininity, that we abandon our femininity, that we are shamed for our femininity. and they trying to tell us that being feminine is weak and shallow and it's not good and you're not educated and you're not this and you're not that. But this is not true. Our feminine power had nurtured and sustained life on this planet Earth. So as the masculine power of man made it possible, created the conditions for it, you know, build everything around, made sure that we have somebody to nurture. Because without protection, we can't nurture. Man, I'm dropping some gems. So I think that things that we could do is to create our own environment and truly lead by example. I feel that we should lead by example in our circle with our children. Yes, you know, maybe one day I will make some courses or workshop for people who struggle. They want to have clarity in what they are doing. They want to be able to um, stick with their beliefs. You know, it's all possible. I do things behind the scenes, usually just with the regular people I meet on daily basis. I mean, of course with virus it's been different, but my thing, I'm gonna tell you guys how I inspire women today. When we were out in this beautiful city, I just will tell you, it's a happening city. There's a lot of, I had several ladies who complimented me on my outfit today, and um some of them, and they were different ages, and the youngest I think was probably I wouldn't say she was older than 16 years old. I was going to the ladies' room, and this girl, she said, I just want to tell you, you look so beautiful. I really not expected, because for me this is, you know, very casual, and I didn't really, it was really sweet. So one way that I inspire other women is that when they see some effort, when they see some feminine, you know, silhouette, when they see some feminine approach, that may inspire, instead of telling them you need to do this, it may inspire them to wake up the next day and put a nice dress over their sweatpants, or put some nice feminine top over their sweatshirt. And I actually, a lot of people that I know personally would start to work on their outer femininity, which is often a reflection of inner, and they would tell me, you know, it's just really sweet. But I, once in a while, I hear a feedback from ladies that I know that they put a little bit more effort to when they go out, you know. And to date this girl, she was so sweet. I went to you know, wash my hands, and she said, just like, I was looking at you, I just want to tell you, you look so feminine. Or no, she didn't say feminine, she said pretty. She said, I just love, like, oh, you know, your outfit. And she was really sweet. um you know, I'm always touched by somebody who is genuine, you know. And it just tells me that girls need more examples. They don't have anybody to look up to. They cannot, you know, being you know, dressing up like this ratchet rappers, this is not inspiring. This is, you know, that looks horrible, that looks hmm, oh, you guys know what I mean. This is not exactly it's better that they just don't look to anybody, that they look to particular people, to the pop culture, you know. This is awful, because in pop culture sometimes women do put some effort, but they are becoming narcissists. They try to exhibit things, and they don't work on the inner. All they do is that they create an image, they create sort of a feminine outlook, but it's really grossly overdone. And when they start talking, it does not align. you know, like all those pop stars, you know. So I feel, you know, I was so flattered today, you know, by the, I think she was around 16 years old, by the girls that talked to me. I was really flattered because she even paid attention. And the only thing we could do, guys, is to inspire others by our example. That's all. But um that was inspiring to me. So when I'm not lazy, it makes other people's day. And I really wish that young women and women of all ages would put more effort into themselves, because you have this incredible gift and you're not using it, right? Thank you for the kind words, everybody. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you for a little cash app. Jason, thank you so much. I appreciate that. No, I am asleep. I am asleep. Well, it's definitely women are born with highest value, just like men. I mean, we all born with it was, we are all invaluable. The In order to function, this universe needs the contrast, the complement. So we are equally valuable and we are the opposite. We are equally valuable as human, but we are the opposite. And when we connect, magic happens. You know, when two people with the same, who are on the same, there is no polarity, when they connect, um it's not the same when people with opposite polarity connects, right? Talking about polarity, man. I actually I needed to had a drink to I needed to had a drink today, man. If I would be home, I would not drink this, yes, yin and yang. If I would be home, I would not, I'm just gonna show you a simple example before we wrap up. If I'd be home, I would not be drinking out of the bottle. I would have my glass, not plastic, you know, not some other foam. I would have a nice crystal glass, which from which I would drink this. But because I'm in the hotel, um I'm currently out of the fake glasses, and I may actually go and get tomorrow a nice glass for myself. I don't like, you know, so this is just the little things. I respect myself more, and I want to be elegant in my everyday life, just because, you know, I'm traveling, even though it's a nice place, but usually they have two glasses, or it's from actual glass, but they didn't have it this time. So simple example, if you have a little girl, teach her to drink from real glasses, not from the bottle. But I have to drink from the bottle because life is hard. Oh, thank you for the compliment. Thank you guys for all sorts of compliments. That's really sweet of you all. Well, I have a joke with somebody who is special for me. Um, that he does the heavy lifting, I create the atmosphere. So when somebody says strong women, and strong women, yes, we both are strong, but women do not want to lead with their strengths. We want to lead with our vulnerability. We want to live with our vulnerability. That's how we want to live. We don't want to leave you, I'm a strong. You will rarely see a Slavic woman saying, I'm a strong woman. I'm a strong woman. No, we may be strong, but we want to keep it to ourselves, because with you, we want to be vulnerable, and we want you to take care and do the heavy lifting. We're never going to be boasting, oh, you know, we are strong. We don't care of being strong. That's the last thing we care about, of being strong. Man, I need some more water. Damn. Jake from State Farm. Ah! I'm screaming. Oh, thank you, Mark. That is so sweet of you. Thank you. Thank you for a lovely super chat. I appreciate that. Have you been watching for a while, or do you just join? Oh, thank you guys for the compliments. Y'all flattering me or what? I'm gonna go get myself a nice glass tomorrow. Maybe like not made from glass, but something elegant, because I'm not drinking this. Mark, if you just came on, you'll, once the show is over, which has been, we've been here for a long time. You should watch it, and please write your thoughts. So for all of you who join late, watch the video and write your thoughts in the comments. What do you think we should do? James, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I was amazed when my son joined me today in the very last of my previous live. I was amazed how eloquent he was and how accurately he stated his thoughts and his points. I thought he was brilliant with no preparation. I think he did it very well. Thank you for acknowledging that. But I thought he did very well with showing his point of view. I was very proud of him. So if you hadn't seen my video when I am out, it would be my previous video, Will Masculine Men Go Extinct? In the last, if you have 5 minutes from the end, you will see my son sharing his thoughts on this mess about you know, men becoming women. I was really proud of him. I could not form my thoughts because I felt like I'm about to go to jail for a hate crime, because I'm just not feeling comfortable to be surrounded by large amounts of gay men. This is my right to not be comfortable, you know? And, you know, it's interesting because many of them were not very nice. You know, some of them were more or less polite, but they were not very friendly. Let me put it this way. So I have my right to not be comfortable. So I thought he did a real good job of being... Oh my God, are you shouting me? Guys, thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for being so generous. Let me read some super chats. I appreciate this. Yeah, tomorrow, I probably will be late for our I need to sleep in tomorrow. I'm tired, but I just wanted to express this. And tomorrow I probably will be late. We have something planned, very, very fun tomorrow. So and I got to sleep in today. I will eventually. But I'll tell, oh, well, I went live again because it's too much fun. Thank you so much for your generous super chats. I'm going to say thank you, Brian Olson. Your last name is almost like mine. Thank you so much, Brian. I appreciate your generous super chat. If you just joined, watch the video when you can. Okay, if you just only joined. Thanks, Bill. Love the polarity expressed on this channel. Ooh, yeah, we express some polarity here, that's for sure. Polarity is really happiness, you know. Even in regular life, if you only, let's just say this, if you only resting, okay, if you will rest all day, will you really enjoy your day in the end? If you just all day you laid in bed, you know, each time I tell myself, I'm just gonna lay in bed all day tomorrow. Yeah, I last about an hour. And then I'm out enjoying doing active things. So If you lay all day in bed, you're not gonna feel the joy. But if you get up from your bed, you do some work, you do some heavy lifting, then when it's evening and you can kick your heels and relax, you're gonna feel happiness because you experience in polarity, even in everyday life, in your own tasks. If we're just talking about responsibilities, when you kick your heels, when you relax, by the end of the day, if your day was productive, you doing the opposite. For, you know, so you had relaxation, then you have work, and then you have relaxation again. That is also a polarity. Polarity makes us happy. Somebody says that happiness is a contrast of hard work and relaxation. Hard work and relaxation, hard work and relaxation. When it comes to love and relationships, polarity brings us joy. You know, you guys, I talked about some sexuality aspects in this video. So when you're doing something around the house or you're driving, you can listen. I gave some really, I need to make a separate video on this, but I gave some really good hints on what women truly enjoy sexually. And that's also a combination of polar things, you know, of tough and, you know, of passion and tenderness, of strong and gentle. So yeah, yes, Mark, you bet. I know, you know, I know that I should do some topics on that, but I will, yes, and do not wear pink. And I also, you know, we have a new gem in our our new inside joke that we don't believe that men in the pink underwear can't protect us. I'm gonna say this again. Over here, we do not believe that men in pink underwear will put their life on the line to protect us. Anybody disagreeing with me? Do you guys believe, do you think I'm wrong? Do you think that men in pink underwear could be protectors? Mark, I don't know, you may have not been watching my videos from today or yesterday, but I ended up on unconventional convention, unknowingly. Otherwise, I have been surrounded by a bunch of faggots. That is one hell of an experience, okay? I truly, you know, it's a weird situation, but I truly imagine, what if man will disappear from the planet Earth? What would we do? You know, with all these feminists and things, we would never survive without man. We would never survive. We cannot do the hard work. We cannot do the hard work. We cannot do the construction. We are not we are not capable. I mean, how many construction workers, women, do you know? Yeah, you know, you may see one or two because, you know, maybe they had to do it. But how many women operate in heavy machinery? How many women would be happy to do these things? So without real heterosexual men especially, we could not even survive. Without masculine heterosexual men, masculine muscles, I'm gonna, you know, as if we I have puffy, we cannot survive. We cannot, you know, these hands cannot do what your hands can do. They can do some, you know, some gentle things and tender things, but they cannot do what you can do, and they were not built to do it. They were not built to do it. We cannot survive without man. This is absolutely agree. This is absolutely, I mean, I absolutely disagree with feminists. We could not build all of this without men, and we cannot survive without men. Guys, I'm sure that you know a few. I'm sure. But that's the point. You know a few. And do you really think that these women want to do construction work? Do you really think they're happy to do it if they have to do it? You know it's weird, you know. I have not seen very many. But women are not built to operate heavy machinery. And look how they look. They would look, women who do men's job, who, you know, do hard physical labor, they look twice as old as their peers who have a man that takes care of them, or to their peers who are just, you know, living a low stress life. I understand that women would do any work sometimes to survive. They look like a man, they talk like a man, they walk like a man, and they covered with, you know, their skin like pergament paper, you know. A lot of people think, you know, when they see women that have a man that supports them, that, you know, have a man that does the heavy lifting, and the woman can do less and less of hard labor, or does not have to work, these women look different, okay? I don't care what you say. Women who are taken care of, they do not age very fast. It takes them a long time to show any size of decline in health or decline in health or aging. They look fresh and beautiful, and you wonder, like, what the hell? These women just do not age. And I'm not talking about, you know, doing procedures, you know, like you know, doing some shots, you know, doing some medical surgeries. No, I'm talking naturally. Women who are taken care of, they are not, they do not age. It takes them a long time to start to, you know, showing that, you know, they're getting older. So you see, female genetic is so that if you well water this plant, if you take care of her, if you take the worry away and hard labor away, if you let her do what she loves, she's going to blossom, you know, way beyond that the woman that does hard labor, you know. Most women that do hard labor, last time they looked feminine was when they were 19, and at 25 they look 45. So what are you trying to tell me? I don't care that you saw a few. We're not supposed to do this. I don't think I've ever seen. I've seen some women who did labor in Ukraine, and it's sad. It's very sad. So Albert, are you trying to get blocked? Just have a question for you. Are you trying to get blocked or what? It sounds like it. Yes, Javier, very sad. Hey, let's not be sad. Man, guys, I'm gonna tell you this. We cannot live without you. We cannot live without men. If I would have to do construction work, day 2, you can have a memorial for me. I would be done in the first couple of hours. That would be the last day that I saw sunshine. That would be over. Cannot do that kind of stuff. Because I wasn't supposed to do. Yeah, I was out, you know, outside earlier, and I couldn't really talk because, I mean, you know, it's interesting because women, men, you know, real masculine men don't really listen so much to women conversations. But gay men, they are more feminine, they like women. So I said unconventional man in my previous video, because if I would say gay, or I would say other specifics, they would freak out and call me a hater, which I just wanted to share my thoughts. It was really funny because when I was doing that video, there was a moment when I was talking about it, and several several of these men, I mean, they're not, I mean, I don't know who they are, but they're walking in, and they were doing the walk, and you know, this fake femininity thing. You see a grown 300-400 pound man doing this. I mean, call me crazy, but I will never be okay with this. First of all, what happened to their health, mental and physical? And third, please don't tell me it's healthy and it's great and it's something to be aspired to be. Don't bullshit me like that, okay? I couldn't really talk at the restaurant, but it was cool. I'm glad that I tried to do the live at the restaurant, because you can really see it. I don't know, guys, some of you have seen it. It was somewhere in the middle of my video, when I was talking, and some of these guys, but imagine what you saw times 10 or times 20 or times 100. That was what was happening yesterday. And these men were coming, they were everywhere. I mean, I don't know, I mean, these men who give up on their true masculinity, and then they went to perversion. I'm sorry to say this, but it was definitely the spirit of perversion in the air. It was perverted, it was weird. They were huge, you know, some of these guys were like 6'5". Like, I'm literally like this, you know, something like a child. I don't want to tell where I am exactly, but I found myself yesterday at the unconventional convention. It was a gathering for XXXL overweight men here. It was a big anyway, I cannot, you guys need to watch this video, you know, when you have a chance, because I can't talk about this anymore. But yeah, I have a PTSD. I'm traumatized. You know, they were wearing the pride shorts. You know, it was like big black boy pride, something ridiculous like that. And I wanted to say PTSD, forever traumatized. Give me some man. You know, I want to tell you guys, I have whole new appreciation for the masculine men around me, okay? I have whole new appreciation for all of you. You can find me, Jake. If you want to look it up, you can look it up. It just, I have some people who watching my channel who I feel better to just have a little bit of privacy, and we are moving somewhere else or going somewhere else soon. And guys, I want to warn you that I may take time off, so I'll come when I can. But I'm gonna take time off technology and enjoy the present moment. I'm gonna get my energy up so I can give you some love back, okay? I definitely need to get off technology, and they're gonna be, the place we are going, there's gonna be no gay people, no alphabet people. It's just gonna be beautiful scenery and peace and joy, and I'm going to absorb it like a sponge. Yes, I'm gonna be doing some self-care so I can recharge it, because recharging is important. Can't not give you guys from an empty cup. So with that being said, my dear friends, I want to wish you a wonderful night. Thank you so very much for joining. Thank you for supporting the channel. You can also, you know, I know everybody in a different situation. You can truly support the channel with not forgetting to put some thumbs up, to leave a comment, even if it's just one word, you know, thank you, or you want to share your thoughts, you can leave it under the video when the live chat is over. I will also post my links, my social media, my email, my Cash App. You can request topics by Cash App or email. you can help if you have some, if you know, if you have some friends that like this kind of thing, this kind of debates and conversations, please let them know. Maybe they will enjoy watching my channel, maybe not. So yes, have a wonderful night, everyone. Let's get some rest. Yes, don't forget to put the thumbs up. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Today is Saturday night, so I decided to do a late night show. So good night, my dear friends. Good night. Oh, thank you. Yes, I probably will sleep in. I have appointment that tomorrow, not appointment, but plan for tomorrow morning. I probably will sleep in. Shall I blame you guys? I'm gonna blame you. I'm gonna say, oh, they kept me up all night with all these discussions. It's not my fault. I'm gonna blame you gently, okay? And my passion for the things that I do. So thank you guys. Thank you for the kind messages. Much love. I will see you soon. Have a wonderful night and a good rest of your weekend and beginning of your week. From unconventional